I'd like to bring the meeting to order. And for the invocation tonight, I'd like to welcome First Baptist Church Pastor Tim Davis. Pastor Davis, you have to hit that little button up there, sir. You probably know how to do that. If you'd all stand, please.
Let us pray. Our Father in heaven, we come tonight, first of all, to thank you, Lord, for waking us up this morning, allowing us, oh Heavenly Father, to have the activity and use of our limbs, then allowing us, oh Lord, to attend this meeting tonight. So we pray for our government leaders, oh Lord, which is the Board of Aldermen. We pray, oh Lord, that they would do things, pass resolutions and laws, oh Lord, that benefits Southport as well as Southport citizenry. So we just pray that they come in and with sober minds to do those things which we elected them to do, which is to look out for Southport and its citizenry and everything they do and in everything they say. For we pray this prayer in the name of Jesus, and the people of God said, amen.
Madam Clerk, do you have anybody to speak for public comment?
I do. I have Ms. Sue Hodgen.
Good evening. I'm Sue Hodgen. I'm at 608 Cottage Point Way. What the Southport Garden Club hopes will become a new tradition had it start a couple of nights ago during Winterfest. I am co-chair of the Winter Festival of Trees held in our beautiful Franklin Square Park. Individuals, businesses, and nonprofits were invited to decorate Christmas trees and have them displayed. For the remainder of Winterfest, you can still see those trees twinkling and bringing smiles. I come before the board tonight to say thanks for the city's work in the park, initiated from a plan for maintenance and continuing care for one of our town's many treasures. Tuesday night was proof of what can happen in a public-private partnership in a place donated to this town for one of the exact purposes Benjamin Smith stated, the enjoyment of the people. I also want to publicly acknowledge all of we call them tree designers, the tree owners and registrants who gave their own time and expenses to create these beautiful trees. The club will put a full listing of the participants in media in the coming days. We thank each one for being the largest part of the festival. We also thank the Southport Baptist Children's Choir, Magnolia Singers, Dirk Mercer, and Tim Brown, who provided us beautiful music throughout the entire evening. We thank Intracoastal Realty for cookies for our attendees. And as always, we're very appreciative of Randy Jones bringing his spirit and fun as our master of ceremonies. Equally important, I want to thank the city departments who were so helpful to us as this came together. Parks and Recreations, Heather Hemphill and Mike McGee, for their parts in the overall vision and plan implementation, for the children's crafts, for their help making the festival a reality in the most fitting of places. Public Works, Tom Stanley and crew are always asking, what can we do to help make this work? When we needed suggestions to stabilize trees and haul supplies. Chief Drew and the fire department, they moved a house to make this happen. Well, in truth, it was the department's little red house, but still, it added a lot to the event. And they supplied equipment and brawn for the park work and hot chocolate times two. Community relations, Elena, Jesse, and Gianna were big helps with publicity and creation of our signage. Finally, I have to say one of the biggest things that we saw from this event was the community spirit that shone. Wonderful music flowing out of the park, neighbors greeting neighbors, children running and playing, the smiles and laughter. It was such a much needed and obvious infusion of happiness, of fresh air. The Garden Club is thrilled to have gifted this event to the city of Southport and the greater community this Christmas season. And everyone has given back to us with their appreciation, their encouragement, their enthusiasm for the continuation of the festival. So whether city workers, our club volunteers, or attendees, we extend a heartfelt Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. Thank you.
Emery Dalty?
My name is Emery Dowdy, and I think that there are probably two people in here tonight that know me besides my sister. There would be Dr. Hayden, Dr. Mayor Hayden, and his wife Triss. And that's the reason that I came 175 miles, drove down here this afternoon to be here for Mayor Hayden taking the oath again. I'm in my fifth term as the mayor in Roanoke Rapids. I was just elected back in November. I felt like I would like to be a mayor again, but I also realized that at some point, after 4 terms, maybe somebody else might want to do it. But we just, we had like 20 people that wanted it, but you're supposed to laugh at that. That's supposed to be a joke. But really, I've enjoyed it, and I know in talking to I call him Joe Pat because he was always Joe Pat, and he still got those red tennis shoes on, and he was raised up right down my street from me, about 2 blocks away, and his house is still sitting there. And when Miss Hayden passed away a couple of years, 2 or 3 years ago, there's nobody moved in it, and it's kind of sad because Mr. Hayden and Ms. Hayden both were such an asset to our community, as well as the entire Hayden family. We'll be driving back home tonight because I've got some meetings and some things to do tomorrow. So we got all the way down here tonight, and somebody decided to have a wreck over at Boiling Springs. So we had to turn around and go back out to the highway and come back through St. James, I believe, the little community we came through. But I said, I'm going to be mighty upset if I have driven this far and don't get to come to his meeting and see what's happening. But I think I'd like to share this point. We're lucky if we have like 10 people to come to our council meeting. 10 people now. We got 15,000 people in the town. You all, I'm nervous up here in front of all these people because I know you're like 3 people. One of them is the media, and the others maybe the police chief. But it's a great to see a community come together like this, and we're a small town, but you're a smaller town. I had stopped 3 times to ask somebody how to find this building, and everybody that I stopped wanted to take me to it. They want to come on, I'll take you where and show you to you. You don't get things like that when you get into a larger city. You're lucky if they even know where you're trying to send you. But we love coming down here. We'd like to have a place down here. I don't know if it'll ever materialize or not, but we think you have a great community. I think you have some great leadership with Mayor Hayden, and I just appreciate this opportunity to be able to come and share this with you all. So thank you.
Miss Pat Kirkman?
Where'd y'all come from? Where have you been? We're lucky to have a dozen people at an Alderman meeting, so welcome to all y'all. Some first timers, maybe some who haven't been in a long time. I am Pat Kirkman, 119 Park Avenue. And I couldn't miss this opportunity to stand before you one more time. Some of you may be happy to hear that I am giving up my seat here at the meetings. For the last 10 years or so, back in the Jerry Dove days as governor, and so I have stood here to voice my opinion on a lot of things. And many of you have heard that. And please, for action, please, PLEAS, mostly for issues concerning the preservation of the history of Southport. As a previous president of the Southport Historical Society, this is a very close to my heart. No, I wasn't born here, but God got me here as quick as he could. And Jerry and I have been here for 30 years now, just about. Susie Carson was the instrumental person in getting me interested in the city's history. One of the first times I stood here was February the 29th. Yes, February does have 29 days every now and then. That was 2016. A standing room only crowd, kind of like this, except we were lined around the walls as well. Some of you may remember being here. Because we had been commissioned as a city to decide what we were going to do with the historical county courthouse. The city had moved out, the police had moved out. It was unhealthy for anybody to be in there at the time. So it was up to the city to decide, what are we going to do with this piece of property? We're still trying to decide, I think. That's been almost 10 years ago. We might be on the verge now of seeing that building restored. I hope I'll be around to go inside once it is. We'll see about that, won't we? Most of you know my recent history, so I'm fumbling here. Okay. During my years as president of the Historical Society, I stood here to plead with the aldermen, not you, but others, to save the 233-year-old burying ground. And that's seems like a lifelong pursuit for me. A committee was finally formed, and even so, the cemetery is still much the same. There are broken stones, no pathways, neglected plots and maintenance, and the disarray of the proper records at City Hall, unless somebody's done a major work in the last 3 months. I've given up on the cemetery. I have walked through it. I have given tours through it. I have pleaded about the cemetery, but who knows? Maybe somebody else will take the banner and head for the cemetery and see if we can turn that 233-year-old place into a more presentable place than it is now. Then there is the issue of establishing a historical preservation commission, our district. About 3 years of work on that have gone so far, and we're still waiting to hear what the board has to say about that. Will you approve it to be submitted to the state for approval to make a historical district in the city of Southport or not? It's up to you now. The committee has done its work. I hope you make a good decision. So we enter this coming administration with the same board, with the exception of one. And I wish the best of luck to Mr. Gross. Where are you? Wave at us. There he is, way back there, but he's going to be way up here next month, or tonight, actually. And to our returning, restored, rejuvenated Mayor, Dr. Hayden. You may wave, Dr. Hayden. There he is. And I bet half of you, no, I bet 3/4 of you are here to welcome him again as mayor. I'll be watching you from my television, and it's been a challenge, and it's been rewarding sometimes, and it's been discouraging sometimes. But I'm done. See you around town, okay? And it's great to see all of you here. I know you'll be coming every month to support the mayor and the board, but just don't make me have to come back over here. Yeah, we're here. Maybe.
Miss Jenny can come on up here. Miss Jenny Prutney.
I'm Jenny Prunty. I live at 5906 Dutchman Creek Road in Southport. And Pat, you'll be glad to know I had to choose between the ice skating rink and here, but it was too cold out, so I decided to come across this over here. Anyway, I just wanted to take a few minutes to thank this board here for your service over the past 2 years. Some of you are leaving, some of you are staying. But I don't know how many times anybody takes the time to thank every single one of you, whether I agree with you or not agree with you. I respect you for serving the city and taking the time that you do to do this. So for each one of you, Alderman Lay, I really appreciate you stepping up 2 years ago to fill a position. And you're still trying to make it up to your wife, I'm sure. She probably has a big to-do list for you. But I appreciate your thoughtfulness and common sense. I know you worked in the county for many years, and you really served us well with the experience that you brought to this board, having not served in Southport before. And then Alderman Spencer, I really appreciate your reminding us of just how special Southport is. Having, I believe you and Rebecca from this group are the only ones who've grown up here and really know this city. And you remind us about how it used to be, and that kind of keeps us in the back of our minds, why we do what we do sometimes. So thank you. And then Rebecca, I'm sorry, she's my neighbor. I have to call her Rebecca. Thank you for serving as Mayor Pro Tem, and your thoughtfulness whenever there's a motion made and there's discussion. You're the one that seems to provoke some more thought before the decisions are made and get everyone to just think a little bit like, wait a minute, have you thought about this? So thank you. And then Alderman Davis. Thank you for keeping all of us straight and reminding us that you're serving the citizens here and the need for us to be transparent and the need to be able to listen to all of us and take that to heart. So thank you for keeping us on track, Alderman Lowe. And then Robert, I had no idea that you were such a prolific writer. I really didn't. But no kidding aside, really appreciate your taking on the job with Mayor Alt to put together or help put together a development plan for Indigo 2. This is something that has been on this board's agenda for how many years now? And finally got together and put the plan or had significant input in that plan. So using some of your real estate experience and your time on the board, you used it well. So thank you so much. And then Alderman Mottsteller, you get the award for keeping the most precise notebooks and going back for every issue discussed or the what's the word I want to use, the laws and the things that we have to do to keep Southport running like it does, including light poles and everything else that you bring up, and keep us straight as well. So thank you so much for that. And last but not least, there's Mayor Alt. Oh, just came to mind. The UDO. We've heard the UDO for how many years, and you were one of the ones who just kept at it and kept at it and kept at it. That was a lot of work, and we appreciate that. And now, Mayor Alt, we learned a lot. At least I did in your term here as mayor, and even before that. It was my understanding that you came to every single BOA meeting you could before you were mayor. You and Pat probably get the award for attendance for this board. To learn, took the time to learn about, even though you weren't a lifelong resident like Mark and Rebecca, you took the time to come and learn because you wanted, it was clear to me that you really wanted to use your experience in other areas of government to serve Southport. And I don't know many other people who would do that. I think you missed one meeting, if I'm not mistaken. But you taught us a lot, at least me a lot, in looking at issues. And Lord only knows we've had a lot of issues and we still have more to solve. But you taught us about critical thinking when these issues come up and to ask a lot of questions. And I learned that asking questions isn't being disrespectful or mean-hearted or anything, but just to learn about issues or what the other person is thinking. And I appreciate, I've heard you talk about when there's disagreements with people, you pick up the phone, you ask if you can go meet with them. You may not, after the meeting, may not agree or, still disagree or whatever, but to sit down and talk with somebody. And that's a lesson that I think all of society is struggling with these days, even this past election in Southport. Unfortunately, social media makes it easy to just spout things and not take the time to call the person. Hey, let's go meet for a cup of coffee. Let's go meet in the park or whatever. Let's talk. And I think you taught us that we really need to do more of that and get rid of the social media, get rid of your phones. If you have a disagreement with somebody, pick up the phone and talk. And it's I'm guilty as anybody else. It's easier to just spout something out on social media than to talk. And I think our whole city, actually our whole nation, would be a lot better off if we talked over our differences rather than let social media be the vehicle for our lives and for our discussion. So, and one more person that is about to serve as our new mayor is Mayor Hayden. Thank you for taking up the service again, taking your time, because I've been at a lot of the meetings, not as many as Pat, but being at these meetings, I've learned how much time and energy that this board takes up of your life. And you just don't realize that. We take you all for granted, and I just want to let all of you know, and Mayor Hayden know, I don't take any of you for granted, whether I disagree or agree with you. But my request, Mayor Hayden, is to please consider continuing on with the path that this board has been on for the past couple years, and continue to problem solve, continue to do some of the great things that have started with this board, and pick up the phone every now and then and maybe talk to Rich, because he might have some background information to help you. So to all of you, thank you so much, and Godspeed and good luck.
Miss Shirley Sullivan.
Shirley Sullivan, 5002 Seaward Court in Southport. I want to thank all of you. It's been an amazing 2 years. Interesting. I've learned a lot myself. I appreciate all of the board members. I especially appreciate you, Mayor Alt. Under adversity and great opposition, you've really soldiered through and you've done an excellent job. I appreciate you.
That's all.
I'm going to read the conflict of interest statement. If any members know of any conflict of interest or the appearance of a conflict of interest concerning matters on the agenda, please so state at this time. Not seeing any, we'll go on to the next thing. I entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Not hearing any. All in favor, please say aye. Any opposed? It's unanimous. The next one is the approval of the consent agenda. Entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved.
There's a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Not hearing any. All in favor, please say aye. Any opposed? It's unanimous. In the consent agenda, there's 3 items. 2 of them are just signing of minutes of past meetings. One of them is the Maritime Museum lease. For those of you who do not know, a real quick history, the building's right over there. That building belongs to the city of Southport. We lease it to the Maritime Museum for $1 a year. That lease is coming up to the end. So the lease agreement that is in this package here is to extend that for another 10 years for the same price. They are responsible for the maintenance of the building. Through grants, they have been able to obtain a significant amount of money, so that has not been a problem for that building. But I just want to let everybody know that what the Maritime Museum lease is. It's similar to the lease that we have with the Franklin Square Park Art Gallery. That building belongs to the city of Southport. Southport made a decision years ago to lease it to the arts group for $1 a year, and they too are responsible for the upkeep of the building to do that. All right, the next part is recognition and of Frank. Is the document there, ma'am? Frank, would you come up? For those who do not know, when I ran for mayor, I was told I won. My political seat was in Frank, voted by the board of Aldermen to fill that spot. Maybe a couple of times. Regular time. Okay, recognition of Frank Alderman in the city of Southport. Whereas Frank Lay has faithfully served the city of Southport as Alderman, demonstrating unwavering dedication to the community, integrity in leadership, and a steadfast commitment to the well-being of all residents. And whereas during his tenure as Alderman, he has contributed to the meaningful improvements in public safety, community programs, and promoted the transparency in governance, leaving a positive and lasting impact on the city. And whereas Frank Lay has also served as the ABC board liaison and worked collaboratively with fellow board members, city staff, and citizens to ensure that the voices of the community were heard and respected. And whereas the city of Southport wishes to recognize and express its deepest gratitude for Frank Lay's public service, leadership, and dedication. Now, therefore, I, Rich Ault, Mayor of Southport, on behalf of the Board of Aldermen and the citizens of Southport, do hereby recognize Frank Lay in the city of Southport and encourage all citizens to join in honoring his outstanding service and contributions to the community. It witnessed, therefore, on this 11th day of December 2025. Thank you, Frank. Thank you.
Indulge me for a moment. I normally listen, but a couple of things I'd like to say. First of all, to the staff, all of you, for the work you have done in the past, that you're doing now, and I'm sure you will continue to do for the betterment of Southport. There's a lot of work that goes on there, and it's recognized. You know, one of the things that Tom Stanley told me early on, where are you, Tom? Right there he is. He said, people in Southport expect Southport level services, and that's a very high level. And you see that all the time. They'll have this parade that's going on. Next day, you won't even know it happened. But those guys take care of it. Deeply appreciated. Chief Corin, Chief Drew, where are you hiding? There you are. All the work that our emergency services do. It's a great job. Now, this bunch up here. The only problem with that group is there may be too much gray matter between their ears. It's very easy to work with a group that's very smart. And that group fits that category. The advice and the counsel they shared with me is deeply appreciated. Now, we haven't agreed on everything, but we've come up with a way to come up with some sort of consensus and make things happen. The last couple of years, a lot of things have happened. And again, to the people in the city of Southport, the amount of time and effort that you give very generously to make this a better city, that's deeply appreciated. So thank you. Good luck for the next couple of years, and I'll be around.
Rebecca, I know this has come as a shocker, but Alderman Lowe Davis would like to say something first.
It's my turn. Okay, fine. After you, Lo, please.
This will be brief. One of the things you learn in seminary, it's actually a class called homiletics. That's writing and delivering sermons. And I did not make an A, by the way, because they emphasize keep it short, stupid. But definitely don't give a sermon that's over 8 minutes. So I'm going to very briefly say that when I nominated Frank 2 years ago to fill this empty seat, I knew already that he was wise. He was Mr. No Drama. He had a tremendously impressive background and experience that would be useful to us. And he has fulfilled that in every way. He has guided us. He is in effect, the elder statesman of this board. His expertise in human resources has just been, it has kept us on the straight and narrow. And so thank you, Frank.
Can I go now? Mayor Alt, if you would join me up here, please. Thank you. Tonight, we pause to honor and thank Mayor Rich Alt for his dedicated service to the city of Southport. Since his election in 2023 as mayor following service as an alderman, Mayor Alt has worked with the board, city staff, regional, state, and federal partners to help advance key city projects and advocate on the city's behalf. On behalf of the board, city staff, and residents of Southport, thank you, Mayor Alt, for your service, your dedication, and your commitment to our community. We are pleased to present you the recognition with this plaque as a token of our gratitude. We wish you all the very best in your next chapter. Maybe a picture.
May I say something? Again,
In 4 years, I haven't been able to stop you. So, yes, ma'am. As you can tell, we actually disagree on things. Gotta have some humor in life.
absolutely. I'll keep this short too. One of the things you learn, again, in writing sermons is the way to keep it short is to zero in on one thing that makes the point. So, the way we know what Mayor Alt has been like as a mayor for, excuse me, I got a tickle, for the last 2 years is this. We don't smell burning logs over in what I still call Indigo 2 any longer. And that is because he wouldn't let it go. He got hold of Chad Paul from Bald Head. Chad said, it'll stop. Gonna make it stop. As we know, it didn't. And burning embers were falling in the parking lot and the playground at the school. Mayor Alt got back on it. And it took a number of phone calls, but he got the county, he got Bald Head, and he got the developer. Some of us have fond memories of Frank Perry, the East-West director who made a 12-year-old girl cry. So he was famous for that. But all got to it. Mayor Alt pulled them all together and got an agreement that they are still honoring, that they will not do any more burning at any time. That's what he does. And all of this was on a weekend. Thank you, Mayor Alt.
To borrow Frank Lay's line, if you indulge me, I'm going to read this because I don't want to miss anybody's name. As the city prepares for a change in administration, I find myself thinking back to my old Boy Scout axiom: always leave your campsite better than you found it. That has been my guiding principle during my time as mayor. To help lead our city, to help leave our city a little stronger, a little more resilient, and a little better prepared for the future. Right now, several major projects are in their final administrative stages, ready to move into construction. They are on track and moving forward smoothly, or as many of us say, on autopilot. Though often some will claim it, no one person makes a complex multi-agency project happen. It takes a team of dedicated, talented working together every day to make progress possible. As we head into the holiday season, I hope you will join me in thanking, I'm going to name some key players in the city. First of all, Noah, our city manager here. What a great hiring job by all the elected officials in getting Noah on board. He's been a breath of fresh air. He is exceedingly smart, and you send him a message. I had to tell him, don't answer my emails on weekends and nighttime, because if I sent something at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, he'd answer it. And I asked him, please not to do that. I just leave it because that's what my brain's thinking. So I want to thank our two civil engineers, Tom Z and Bob, the directors of Public Works, Tom Stanley, Elena, our community relations, Patty of Human Resources, and Joey of Finance. I also want to give a special shout out to Cheyenne, our Public Information Officer. These are the people who take a board of aldermen vision and turn it into something real. And they do that just with projects like the following: the restoration and restoring of the 1844 courthouse, including all the groundwork for our local state legislators to secure the grant funding and ease the strain on our limited city revenues, as well as identifying specific grants opportunities. Chief Coring and the Southport Police Department will finally have a permanent home and will not be the vagabonds moving from place to place for the past 10 years. I'm sorry, I skipped a page here. Also, reviving the long-stalled shoreline restoration project, which is finally moving forward, and hopefully will be all encumbered by June of this coming year. Advancing the stormwater improvement plan with the first round of grant funding arriving soon, a second application already submitted, and a renewed repair effort from Public Works team. If you've gone around, you've seen Public Works this past 6 months or so, fixing all the drain ditches, making sure that they're at the right height, they're not raised up so the water can't get to them. They've been doing a great job all over the city. Then there's the pursuing of the Moore Street Culvert Enlargement Project over Bonnets Creek, supported by a feasibility study and grant funding work with our legislators. Once completed, it will significantly reduce the flooding risk around Fodell Avenue and Dozier Hospital. There is the establishment of a reoccurring street pavement and sidewalk repair program, something long overdue, since many roads have not been resurfaced in over 40 years and sidewalks sporadically repaired. Our community relations department has completely revamped how festivals are managed. Vendor participation fees now go directly back into the city's tax base rather than a third party, meaning more community benefit for every event we host. Our human resource director has built out a modern set of personnel policies that have brought the city's environment up to date and strengthened the support of our employees. And for the first time, our city now has a framework of a comprehensive disaster response plan that meets the professional industry standards, a huge step forward for our community safety. As I reflect on these accomplishments and prepare to hand over the reins, I feel grateful to have worked alongside such dedicated people and have served such an engaged and caring community. As noted today, often we have crowds as big as this come to us. Our voting record when we vote for election, even an off-year election, is usually 3 times that of the county as a whole. This community is fully engaged. Now, I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a peaceful and happy holiday. And with that, I will take actually, I will leave it to Mayor Hayden how long a break. I'm going to say 10 minutes, but sir, you obviously will be in control and take it as long as you want. So if we'll take it.
Motion, 10-minute break, sir.
Okay.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Is there any conversation? Not hearing any. All in favor? Aye. We'll take a 10-minute break. Thank you.
Can you hear it from here? Maybe we can. I don't know.
Let's do a duet.
Yes. All right, I'm trying to get,
You get right
did
there.
you hear? You good with it?
Oh, I have it muted right now.
Oh.
If everybody can come back to their seat, please. And make sure everybody's
Left
ready.
hand on the Bible. Right knee. Okay, yep. Yeah. It's a, wait for Sarah.
It's back to order.
Yes.
I'd like to call this meeting back to order.
And before we do this, I want to thank Representative Miller. Listen for both of them graciously, talk this to me. This is my coming back, and we needed both of them to make this official. I thank you.
An honor. It's a real honor to be asked to do it. Thank you.
And I want to tell you, this young lady holding the Bible, pray for her because she's been through 6 campaigns and we're back again and we're great first lady. So thank y'all and thank you for being here.
Place your left hand on the Bible, raise your right, repeat after me. I, Joseph P. Hayden,
I, Joseph P. Hayden,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and maintain
that I will support and maintain
the Constitution and laws
the Constitution and laws
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution and laws
and the Constitution and laws
of the great state of North Carolina,
of the great state of North Carolina,
not inconsistent therewith,
not inconsistent therewith,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of my office
the duties of my office
as mayor for the city of Southport,
as mayor for the city of Southport,
North Carolina,
to
the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Mr. Mayor, congratulations.
Thank you.
Alderman Carroll. The one I have in mind.
Now we will continue with the oaths.
Yes, sir. I will raise your right. I, Robert Carroll,
I, Robert Carroll,
do solemnly swear
solemnly swear
that I will support, maintain the Constitution
that I will support, maintain the Constitution
and laws of the United States
and laws of the United States
and the Constitution and laws of the state of North Carolina,
and the Constitution and laws of the state of North Carolina,
not inconsistent therewith,
not inconsistent therewith,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of my office as Alderman
the duties of my office as Alderman
for the city of Southport, North Carolina,
for the city of Southport, North Carolina,
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Gross. Left hand on the Bible, raise your right, please. I, Paul Gross,
I, Paul Gross,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and maintain
that I will support and maintain
the Constitution and laws of the United States
the Constitution and laws of the United States
and the Constitution and laws of the state of North Carolina,
and the Constitution and laws of the state of North Carolina,
not inconsistent therewith,
not inconsistent therewith,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of my office
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of my office
as Alderman for the city of Southport, North Carolina,
as Alderman for the city of Southport, North Carolina,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Alderman Mosteller. Left hand on the Bible, raise your right. Sorry, is that good? I, Karen Mosteller,
I, Karen Mosteller,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and maintain
that I will support and maintain
the Constitution and laws of the United States
the Constitution and laws of the United States
and the Constitution and laws of the state of North Carolina,
and the Constitution and laws of the state of North Carolina,
not inconsistent therewith,
not inconsistent therewith,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of my office
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of my office
as Alderman for the city of Southport, North Carolina,
as Alderman for the city of Southport, North Carolina,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So
Absolutely.
for those of you who had money on me never coming back, I would have taken that bet also. So, right, Robert Carroll. So it's an honor for me to be back with you, and I look forward to serving as mayor these next 2 years, and I look forward to serving and working with this board and working with the city manager and working for you, the citizens. You've seen me before, and you know I'm accessible, and I'm here to serve. That's the only reason I'm here. And so I look forward to our time together. So thank you. Next on the agenda, item J, is the selection of the mayor pro tem, and I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion that we have Alderman Karen Mosteller as our new mayor pro tem.
We have a
Second.
motion, and motion by Alderman Kelly, and a second by Reverend Alderman Lowe Davis. Any discussion?
Well, from one mayor pro tem to another, and both Mayor Pro Tem Kelly has done an excellent job, and we know from her many years on this board and from her experience as Mayor Pro Tem a couple of years ago, Karen just can't be beat. She does a wonderful job. So we're looking forward to this, Karen.
So Alderman Kelly, thank you for your gracious motion. And any other comment before we vote? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. I believe it's the motion passes 5-1. So thank you. Thank you. Next item on our agenda is the item K, and this is the 2026 Alderman regular meeting schedule. And the city manager and I had discussed this. We've made a few changes. So, Mr. Manager.
Yes, sir. The mayor and I has discussed when he first was elected. The last few years, we've had 2 meetings. One the first Monday of the month, and the second Thursday of the month. The first Monday meeting has become less than it previously was. So we agree that only the 1 meeting a month on the second Thursday of the month is needed for our regular meetings. And then as the need arises for special meetings and workshops, we can certainly call them at that time. But I think at this point, the second Thursday of the month at 6 o'clock here in the community building works for all of our regular meetings going forward for 2026.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Manager. Item L are the committee reports, and
To get a motion to approve the 2026 meeting.
oh, we need a motion. Okay, well, thank you. We will entertain a motion to approve the regular meeting schedule.
So move.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried unanimously. Thank you. Item L, committee reports, and we'll start with Alderman Spencer. Any reports?
No, sir, we, cemetery, I don't think met last month.
Thank you. Alderman Kelly?
I apologize. I do. Board of Adjustment, we're struggling with drainage issues as usual on behind the ABC store. There's been some development that's pretty much landlocked a drain in somebody's backyard, and they're starting to flood every time because of development, including the ABC store and the drainage that comes off of those gutters. They're not connected to their drain lines. So we're going to have to address, we've got 10 or 12 issues like that. But once we get done with the celebration, we got to get to work.
Certainly, we'll look into that. Thank you. Alderman Kelly.
Yes, the 4th of July Festival Committee is ramping up for a very big year for the big anniversary coming up for 2026. There are some additional events that will be brought back this year that were formerly done in Southport. And it looks like there will be perhaps tickets to a boat cruise to help as a fundraiser for the 4th of July coming up. So many exciting developments coming forth over the next several months for 4th of July Festival coming in.
Thank you. Alderman Lowe Davis. Alderman Carroll. Alderman Mostello.
Just want to say, beautification, you can look around town and see the work of beautification. And then forestry is doing work. They'll be planting trees in the next couple of months, and they are going to be working on some possible tree ordinance updates.
Thank you. Item N, manager's report.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just a few updates for everyone. I had the opportunity this afternoon to attend the Dozier Memorial Hospital ER ribbon cutting this afternoon with the mayor. It was a great event to see that our great hospital here in town continue to expand and serve our community. Really enjoyed attending that. Just to update, as the board knows, we held our special December 2nd meeting regarding the Wilmington Harbor 403 dredging project of the Cape Fear. Myself and staff has continued to be engaged with this project, and we'll be continuing progress on that, sending in our official comments to DEQ on that project going forward. I also had the opportunity yesterday to attend with Alderman Mostello of the New Hanover County Ports, Waterways, and Beach Commission meeting yesterday in Wilmington to bring our resolution to them and raise awareness of this project. I will continue to be engaged with this as we go forward to the December 20th DEQ deadline, as well with our legislators, both state and federal, as well as the Ballhead Council that presented to us Bill Carey with his expertise. So we look forward to continuing to engage on that crucial project for our city. And as has already been mentioned, we have had so many great community holiday events that we look forward to continuing this week and into next. Tomorrow will be our annual Light Up the Night Christmas Parade at 6:30 downtown. So we're excited for that again. And then to have the Winterfest Flotilla on Saturday. So we're excited for that. So we look forward to the new year as staff and just wish everybody a happy holidays and new year as we go forward. Thank you.
Thank you. Item N, staff reports, and they're in your packet and they're online for you to read. Next item, item O, mayor and alderman comments. So I'll go first. Again, I want to thank Representative Miller and Judge Sarah McPherson for being here tonight. Thank you for those in attendance here and for those watching at home. And again, I want to welcome all family and friends here tonight. And I really want to acknowledge my good friend and mayor from Roanoke Rapids, Mayor Emery Dowdy and his sister Ann. I haven't seen Ann in probably 50 years or more, and so happy to see her. And Mayor Dowdy, we have been friends a long time. I cannot believe we're the same guys that played basketball in that neighborhood all those years ago. So thank you for being here. It touched my heart, Tish's heart, and we look forward to you coming back to visit soon. I want to thank you again for the honor and privilege of serving again as your mayor. I want to bring peace, progress, projects, and civility, and we can have all that. It's been a wonderful Christmas for Southport so far. The Southport Garden Club, the Festival of Trees in Franklin Square Park. Thank you to the Garden Club for this, and Sue Hodgen, co-chair, and Tish Hayden, co-chair. There's some wonderful events this week, as the manager has alluded to. We've got the Christmas parade tomorrow night, and then Santa's at the fire station. The flotilla. We also have the home tour, and shop locally. Go downtown and support our businesses. Again, having Representative Miller and Judge McPherson standing with me and Tish standing with me, thank you. This has been just a wonderful experience, and I'm thrilled to be back to serving with all of you. And, you know, each one of you, we've want the citizens to know that I've served with really the majority of this board, except for Mr. Gross. And I've known Rebecca Kelly's, at first time I met her, it was with the McNulty boys at Cape Fear Academy. How long ago that's been. So we're old friends, and we look forward to this. And I want to thank the employees of our great city and all that you do. And I look forward to getting reacquainted with all of you and our great chiefs and our engineers and just everyone here. I just want to tell you how glad Tish and I are to be back, and we look forward to the opportunity. And I want one last comment. I want to thank my dear friend Kevin Lachlan and Mary Lachlan. They're here tonight. All of you here I know are dear friends, but they drove up from South Carolina. But thank you all for being here. There are a lot of people at this meeting tonight, and it's because of the swearing in. And Tish and I certainly will not forget it. So thank you. Alderman comments. Mr. Gross.
Thank you, Mayor Hatem. I want to first thank my wife for supporting me this last 4.5 months. It's been challenging, to say the least. Family, friends, voters of Southport, whether you voted for me or not, I appreciate your trust. I'm humbled by it, and I look forward to working for all the citizens of Southport and businesses alike. I know all of you on the board from my time as interim finance director back in 2023. You kind of already know my background with policy writing and in finance, but I look forward to putting my 39 years in state and local government to work for you and continuing the progress that our beloved city has been making. Again, thank you, and look forward to continuing to work with this group in a civil matter, in a transparent matter, as we work together to put Southport first. Thank you.
Thank you. Alderman Spencer.
So first, I want to congratulate all the re-elected and elected officials. For me, it has been the highest honor to be elected twice to this board. It is truly hometown. Being involved in this is truly been a blessing. While I celebrate your win, my mind stays on those people whose homes are flooding on Fodale, North Atlantic, in between 10th and Stewart, Caswell. Estimates as high as $40 to $60 million that we have in stormwater needs. Our celebration is deserved, but we need to quickly look at repairing our infrastructure, rebuilding Old City Hall, stabilizing our shoreline, to say just a few. Want to thank Mayor Alt for his friendship and leadership over the past few years. He has been a hardworking. I've worked under 3 mayors, I believe, and the hardest working mayor I've ever seen. He truly full-time always. And then Mr. Lay, I got my picture going out the door here, but Mr. Lay always held my seat for me. When I came to the meetings, he always had my seat right next to him, and I appreciate him. He was a very true friend. Ms. Prunty said something about me, and people use this as Mark likes to share how it used to be. Well, I know how it used to be, and I know how much it has changed. It's not that we're going back to where it was. My Father will not come out of the grave unless the Lord Jesus Christ himself comes back. It will not be the way it used to be. There will be a new generation. There will be new people. I do not own Southport. It is not my possession. I have a small piece on Moore Street. I'm thankful for it. I'm lucky to be here. And without having my mother pass away so I can have a place to live. That's how it works around here. So as far as me and my background, it's just that I know how bad we need control. I know how much we've changed, and I know it is not like it used to be. So I would rather be known that way than reminding everybody of the way it used to be. That's just a dream of past. I hate it, but it's the truth. So I want to be an engine for helping in the coming 2 years. It's the most important endeavor I have at the moment, other than getting my son into college. So I appreciate you. I hope everyone enjoys the evening celebrating. Have a safe holiday and a happy Southport New Year.
Thank you, Alderman Kelly.
Welcome, Mayor. It's glad to have you at the table with us. Welcome, Paul. Good to have you, neighbor. And I'm so glad to continue serving with Karen and Robert. So I think that our board has been a very strong one for the last 2 years. I am very thankful for Mayor Alt's guidance and for his always being willing to bounce ideas off of all of us and really dig down deep into what is going on in Southport and how the citizens really want to see things moving forward. And I look forward to continuing that with you, Mayor Hayden. I think that Winterfest is going off beautifully right now. So thank you very much to the Garden Club for really stepping up and taking care of many of the events that we have going on, beautification, and certainly our staff who are bending over backwards to make sure Southport appears like the Hallmark movie that we all love it to be during this time of year. My son and I have been out ice skating many nights this week, and it is only, I think, maybe the second and third time I have ever worn ice skates. His first, so it has been quite the experience. The couple who have the ice skating rink out there are moving to St. James, so I'm really excited that they are going to be local for us. And they have already asked about coming back next year. I would love to have them stay longer this year. I did talk to them about it. Unfortunately, that's not an option for them this year, although I think many of us would really love to see that. We had initially spoken about having them stay Sunday, and because of the cold temperatures that we're supposed to have Sunday night, they will not be able to be open on Sunday. So I did just want to share that with everyone. So Saturday will be the last day with the skating rink. They have to have enough time for the ice to melt before they take that off property on Monday. So many holiday things going on around town. My favorite night of the year is tomorrow night, where I load up on the top of the fire trucks with my children. I don't know how many more years they'll be willing to do that with me, so I am loving every second of that right now. So I look forward to seeing all of Southport lit up tomorrow night and see everyone there. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Alderman Davis.
Ice skating in Southport? How great is that? My word. When I first heard about it, I thought somebody was pulling my leg. But thank you to Community Relations Department, Elena especially, who brought this to us. But now I have a question for Mayor Hayden. It's a transparency question. The emergency room, the new, improved, and always better emergency room at Dozier has opened just about the same time we got ice skating. Is that a coincidence?
Well, it's not open yet. They just did the ribbon cutting, so I'm safe on that. Alderman Carroll.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and it's good to see you back in that seat. Very excited to serve alongside you again. Paul, welcome to the table. Very excited to have you here as well. And I apologize for using y'all's first names. Rebecca, the last 2 years, you being Mayor Pro Tem, you've really done an exceptional job. And to see how you've run a meeting when you had to, very impressed. So thank you for doing that. And thanks for nominating Karen to serve now. I think that's a great thing. I would like to also thank, I don't think Rich is here or Frank's here, but it was an honor to serve alongside them as well. Frank showed up in a interesting way, and I got to know Frank, and Frank is an awesome guy. He's a very smart guy. Not a lot of words, but when he speaks, it was great. It was nice to learn from him. So I'm sincerely grateful for both of their service to Southport.
Thank you, well said. Alderman Marsteller.
Thank you, Mayor. First, I wanted to just do a quick update. And I'd like to share just briefly regarding outreach since our special meeting.
You're done.
Okay. You're good? Okay, regarding outreach since our special meeting on December 2nd, when we adopted the resolution outlining Southport's concerns about the proposed draft for the Wilmington Harbor Dredging Project. Following that meeting, beginning with Wilmington, I emailed our resolution to elected officials in communities all along the lower Cape Fear. I did this for two reasons. First, to make sure that everyone was aware of the December 20th deadline for final comments. And second, to acknowledge that all of our communities share concerns and ask how we might best coordinate a response together. If the communities along the Cape Fear, lower Cape Fear, can speak with a coordinated voice, that voice becomes stronger. So far, every conversation I've had has reflected concerns about the potential negative impacts from this proposed project. Our city manager mentioned that we went to the meeting yesterday with New Hanover's Ports, Waterway, and Beach Commission. We provided them, each commissioner, a copy of our resolution, and we walked through several of the key points we had discussed here in Southport at our meeting. At that meeting, Curry Beach's Mayor Oliver shared that he is adding a resolution to their agenda. Bald Head is doing the same. And Mayor Toner of St. James has expressed her support and understanding of the issues at hand and her willingness to help. Each of our communities will experience different types of impacts if this project moves forward as drafted. That's why the city manager has asked Bill Carey to help draft a joint letter. One, we hope that all our sister communities will consider signing. Again, strength in numbers. And finally, I look forward to seeing Southport's individual comments prepared by staff for submittal to the NCDEQ consistency review of the draft EIS. This is an important moment for all of the communities along the lower Cape Fear. That said, I echo the comments of the mayor and my fellow board members. One of my favorite quotes is, "Feeling gratitude and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it." So I would like to take a moment to say thank you. Representative Miller and Senator Rabin, we thank you for your service. We are grateful for your generous accessibility and willingness to listen and your work on behalf of our community. In the day-to-day, as citizens of Southport, we are indebted to the talented individuals that work for the city. Public Works keeps our city running. Our police and fire departments keep us safe. Our community relations and parks and recreation departments help maintain our culture and quality of life. It is with humility that we recognize that we can never repay you for all the countless and unseen things you do for the good of the city and for its citizens. We also recognize that our neighbors, I want to recognize our neighbors who share their time and talents day to day for the benefit of the city they love. The spirit of volunteerism within our community appears boundless.
Whether it's the beautification committee planning and painting or helping spread Christmas cheer, or the forestry committee helping to watch over our beloved trees, or the kindness of neighbors checking in on neighbors. I am very proud to be a part of the community that you all live in. To paraphrase Dr. Martin Luther King, everybody can be great because anybody can serve. You only need a heart full of grace and a soul generated by love. For all of these reasons, Southport is this awesome place to call home. And I hope everybody has a safe and happy holiday. And I wish that the best for everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Alderman Marsteller. I want to recognize two people quickly. One that didn't have to probably travel very far. That's Tom Warner with the State Board Pilot. You're in the Bob Lipa seat now, so welcome. And also David Gale's son, Tish, he came down from Rocky Mount to be with us tonight. So David, thank you for coming and being with us. And again, thank you all for being here. And I'm just going to read one of my favorite quotes from Christmas. I heard the bells on Christmas Day, their old familiar carols play, and wild and sweet the words repeat of peace on earth, goodwill to men. God bless you all. Merry Christmas. And I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second.
I have a motion to second. All in favor?